guys, welcome to another episode of the A7E podcast. This is your host, Jigadrin. Today, guys, I am on episode 21 of the podcast, and today we have a good friend of mine named Lucio. What's up, man?
Also known as Brown Mamba down in the streets.
Man, you were asking me, right, which episode do I recommend to brand new users or viewers, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling him that I think it's going to be the episode with me and my brother. I'm not sure. It's like episode, like, I don't know, like 5 or 4. Just because we talk about just regular things, traveling experience, and then his, pretty intense stories as a nurse. All right. And then you asked what kind of nurse he is.
Yeah.
Dang,
because I know there's like a whole bunch of different types of nurse, like anesthesia, X-ray, like
come
emergency,
a little closer.
urgent,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. I think he's man, I'm sorry, Manny. I'm gonna butcher this. Like, I think he's like a RN practice, something like that. Okay. He's pretty up there. Like, he's done his work.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you're gonna like chill like that, that's perfect. Just bring the mic to you.
All right, man.
We got a first time user here.
Yeah,
guys.
my bad, guys.
But yeah, you know what's funny is like, it's not funny, but I was talking to him, I think last week, towards the end of the week, and he called me. Sometimes he calls me when he has like a tough day at work, that he wants to like share some of the stuff that happened that was pretty hard on him.
Fuck.
Yeah, and he was like, he was sharing some experience that like really got to him, right? And that happens to him, and he's a pretty strong guy.
I was about to say, man, like nurses, dude, are so overly worked, and I think like sometimes underappreciated. You know, I don't know like how the pay is. Pretty sure they pay good, but there's like so much that you could put on like there's so much that you could put on a price tag for good mental health, and then like once you pass that good mental health and like the work stress like kind of hits you hard, that's when I think like somebody should just kind of step back, relax.
That's a good point. So you're saying like there's a threshold for like good mental health, and then once you pass it, like almost the salary is irrelevant.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good point, man. And my brother was saying when he first started nursing, like he would hear stories, right, from other nurses, right?
Bang, not a sponsor.
We interrupt this podcast for a quick commercial now. Yeah, he would talk about like stories that he would hear from other nurses, and the stories that they would have. And my brother always thought like, I'm not, like I'm mentally strong, I'm good, I'm emotionally stable, like I'm solid, I don't have to worry about that. And then he's been doing it for I think 2 years now, no 3 years, and he's nervous now.
That's weird. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. That kind of reminds me when I was in the military. Well, I mean, I guess technically still am. I like ETS. I finally separate on April 22nd, a couple like days from now. And when I first like got in, I didn't know what to expect, man. But I went in as a 6'8" Tango, which is an animal care specialist, and like I said, dude, the hours were long. I felt like underappreciated for like the work they did, like the amount of work, dude. Like basically, so my job as a 6'8" Tango, like my mission was to take care of the military working dogs and make sure that they were ready to deploy, right?
Oh, the military dogs?
Yeah.
Before you continue, can you like describe a little bit, what do you mean by military dogs? I know like canine dogs, like police dogs. Is there a difference?
They're basically the same, man. Just like the military working dogs, man. Like it's kind of asshole-ish to say this, but they're treated like a piece of equipment, man. Like a canine in the military is seen as like this laptop right here. Like if they go down range, and they're just a piece of equipment, which is kind of like asshole-ish to say, but it's better for that equipment to go down than for like somebody like next to me, like another human, like a brother, to go down. And like it'll be easier to call like the kennel master and say, hey, this military working dog came down, but because of like his heroics, like Private Fluffy can come back, So it's kind of asshole. But
what do you think about that?
I would rather, man, 98. I don't know if I can say this right now, but I would rather have a military working dog downrange with me than like another human. Bro, the military working dogs, man, they're like irreplaceable, man. Like I don't even know how to say it,
No,
man.
I want you to get this one out.
Bro,
That's so interesting.
yeah, so I trust a military working dog more than a battle buddy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody next to me, I like 98% of the people next to me, I wouldn't trust them with a rifle.
Okay.
You feel me? And a military working dog, man, they listen, they're disciplined, and they will like fight to the death. And so like that's what I want next to me, man. You know, because I would do the same thing for that canine. I don't know about like another battle buddy because some of them, man, the military right now, dude, they're they're unfit, dude. Like a lot of them are so unfit. They don't care about like their image and shit like that, dude. Am I making sense?
You're making a lot of sense.
Yeah, man.
So let me ask you this then. So you'd prefer a canine, right?
Yeah, hands down, 100%.
Hands down.
7 days out of the week.
But it also sounds like because it sounds like the canines kind of don't have the emotional aspect maybe that a human does.
Oh, no, they do, man.
Oh,
they do. They do. They when so for example, we had this military working dog that throughout the week, Monday through Friday, no, I'm sorry, Tuesday through Friday, she would be great. But then whenever Saturday, Sunday, and Monday would come, she would come back and she would look like depressed. She would come back with like stomach issues, like diarrhea and stuff like that. And we like I guess concluded that she had depression. And like every single time the weekend came, like we wouldn't work as much in the kennels. Like we would, like the actual canine handlers would go and just like feed them, make sure that they're okay, and then like go back to the regular day. But throughout the day, like that's when they like spend more time with them, interact with them, play with them, go out with them. But like on the weekends, like they get depressed, and you know, like they get happy, they get mad, they hold grudges too, man. Like if you do something bad, like they remember. The canine, the military working dogs, man, are so smart, dude. It's crazy, man.
So what would you do as a Tango 68? Did I say that right?
68 Tango.
Oh, 68 Tango. My bad. I'm learning.
Yeah.
And what would you do? Like, what was your, responsibilities?
Yeah, like I said, man, just like make sure that they're ready to deploy. Like, so I would do X-rays on them, man. Blood draws, ultrasounds, vaccines, just like wellness exams, just everything, man. And I don't know, it was a good experience, but I didn't like that job because honestly, like there was a lot of fur, a lot of piss, and like a lot of shit to clean up, man.
A lot of animal stuff?
Yeah. So the thing that I liked, man, and that was really rewarding was working with the military working dogs. But in order to work on the military working dogs and to have like our like to be like proficient in our like technique to take care of them, we had to practice on POAs, which are like personally owned animals. And
wait,
those,
who are they owned by?
Like just like the service members.
Okay.
But we had a clinic inside the base that they would go like a third of the price, like if they would go outside. So like for example, if you were in the military and you lived on base, or like if you were just like in the military, veteran or active, you could go and then we'll take care of your dog. But what happens, man, those dogs are way more dangerous than the military working dogs, man.
Really?
Yeah.
So like
because like they're untrained, they're unpredictable, they're dirty. Some of them like aren't like don't have their updated vaccines, and like it's weird, dude. They're dirty too, man.
So you did that because you were there for 4 years.
Yeah, man.
You did that for the full 4 years?
Yeah.
So how did you even decide prior to getting into the Army that that's what you wanted to do?
So that's crazy, man. So the military wasn't even like
in your radar. I remember one time you, we were like talking kind of, you wouldn't hanging out because
like 4 years ago, man.
Yeah, but you'd come over to my house, we'd like hang out, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to the Army, and I'm like, bro, you never mentioned the Army. You didn't even ever look
never, like... Never, man. So what happened, dude? So after I graduated college, right, I took a couple months off, trying to find myself, trying to find a good
Yeah.
job, bro. A bachelor degree don't get you shit, dude.
Really?
Don't get you
Say
shit.
it again, though.
Dang, for the people in the back, a bachelor's degree don't get you shit. Um, I mean, like, I'm not saying school is bad. School was amazing, man.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trade it for a thing. But would I go to school and pay money to go to school? Get in debt to go to school? No, never.
Good point. Because you got some scholarships, right?
Yeah.
Did you get it fully paid for?
Yeah, technically. So I had like five scholarships, like from different things that I applied, did, and all that. Shout out to Claudia for giving me a little bit of cash. And what was the question, man? My bad.
Well, first of all, I wanted, you mentioned that, you wouldn't go back to school
Oh yeah,
if you
and
had to pay for it.
No,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But I loved it, man. Every single second of it, like, wouldn't trade it.
It was a good experience. Huh?
It was a real good experience, man.
But the ultimate question was, how did you just decided that you're gonna go to the army out of nowhere?
Oh yeah,
You were on a break.
Yeah. My bad. So, I was like in this, I think, like 7-8 month break, dude. I moved to San Antonio for a little bit, and that's I think like when I was at my lowest.
In San Antonio?
Yeah.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah, basically.
How did you get to San Antonio?
With a cart, bro.
No. Like, how did you end up in San Antonio by yourself?
Okay, so my brother, like what the fuck, bro? My brother said that like I should look for a job in San Antonio because the Valley wasn't really like a good job market.
Yeah.
That the Valley didn't have a good job market at the time. He said, "Hey, come to San Antonio." I said, "All right." And then there, dude, I remember, man, like sleeping like in a fucking inflatable mattress, bro. I was like, "What the fuck am I doing, man?" And so then I was looking, man, fucking like just out. So I would go to work and then I would get back and then try to go to the gym as much as I can. And like this is when I bring mental health, dude, because when your mind's not right and like it's cluttered or like it's foggy, you don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so you really gotta fight to want to do something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
because that, like, when you feel like you don't want to do something, that like feeling is so strong, though.
So strong, bro.
Like, it's ridiculous because it's also so easy not to do anything.
Yeah.
And it's like when you don't want to do anything and doing nothing is so easy, it becomes that much harder to do something.
Exactly, man. God damn, bro.
Nah, and then
what you call it? Yeah, man. So then I saw my brother, dude. I saw what he had, not just like with like gadgets or a house, family, and all that stuff. Well, actually, family, yeah. And I saw like what the military provided for him, and I said, you know what, man. I said, fuck it. Actually, no, I didn't say fuck it at that time. I remember having this conversation, man, like if it was just like 20 minutes ago with my brother.
Okay.
He told me, and this is probably gonna stay with me forever, man. Nobody's gonna care if you live under a bridge or a mansion. The only person that's gonna care about that is you. So like you gotta go do something, because if somebody sees you under the bridge, man, they're gonna drive right past you, not even look at you twice, literally. I said, fuck, man. See, I'd rather live in a barracks with army
than under the bridge, huh? Okay.
Yeah, man. So I said, you know what? Fuck it, let me go. And my initial plan, bro, I really wanted to be a pilot. That was my dream, bro. Like, I would gladly die in the air.
A pilot?
A pilot, bro.
What? Since when? And I'm acting genuinely surprised because I've known you for quite some years, obviously. It's like, I just can't picture you or being interested in being a pilot.
I would love to be a pilot, man.
Really?
I think it's just an awesome skill to have. Actually, I'm planning to get my CDL license next Monday to start the class. But I would love to fly, man. Probably started when I was when my dad told me, man, because I asked my dad, hey, what did you want to be when you were younger? And then he said he wanted to be a pilot.
Your dad said that?
Yeah, and I was like, what? And then after that, man, I would always like look at the sky and stuff like that. See like the, I don't know what they're called, the fucking airplane skid marks.
the trails of the leaves. Yeah. Conspiracy or the conspiracy version of that is chemtrails. You ever heard of that?
Nah.
You never heard of the chemtrails?
Nah.
You never heard of that?
Nah, bro. What's that?
So like the conspiracy like whole thing about like
I love conspiracy theories, man.
Yeah, no, I think most people do. But like everybody or the conspiracy community says that like when the planes are leaving those trails, that those are like chemicals, you know, to help depopulate, you know, the world. But they're disguised as I don't even know what they're disguised as, like the smoke of the airplane or whatever, like the gas fuels burning. But
talking about population, man, I think the world needs a World War III.
hold on a second.
Yeah, man.
Why do you say that?
To depopulize the world, bro.
Why though? What? See, that's also another thing. It's like a misconception is that there is no space. Is that what you're talking about?
No, hold up. Also, I'm pro Thanos. Just throwing that out there. But this theory that I had was before the Avengers game where like Thanos like kills everybody and shit like that. I just think, man, so the end of times, man, says that whenever water costs more than oil, that's when like the world is coming to an end. And I want to say I read it in the Bible or something like that, man. But mark my words, man. Whenever oil costs a gallon of water costs more than oil. I don't know if it costs more right now. I doubt it.
A gallon of water costs more than...
No, it doesn't, because a gallon costs like...
I mean, it's
fucking 99 cents, 89 cents.
Depends, yeah.
And then...
we're at $5 for a gallon of gas.
A gallon of gas.
Right.
I don't know how much is oil, though.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
So you think we need to depopulate?
Yeah.
So you think what is potentially at hand, you know, WW3...
Yeah.
In what way, though?
But if a World War III does come with like one of the like heavyweights of the world, it's gonna be a fast one, man. Because I don't think anybody would surrender. Because I know America is not gonna surrender no matter what. Why
you say that,
bro? We would go down fighting, man. Like to like the last drop. Like I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
For a fact. Like. Yeah, I still think, man, we could take on China and Russia, but shit, man, I don't know, man. I was just thinking about this the other day too, man.
But what would be the benefit of a WW3?
Resources, man, resources. There'll be like just less population, less like burning of natural gases. It'll be better for the environment, better for the ecosystem.
Okay.
I don't know, man. And like to me, like if I would be like one to be depopulated, I'm not saying that I want to die or fucking kill myself or anything, but if I would be one to be depopulated, and
you would understand.
Yeah, man.
I don't know you're gonna say that. You'd understand. You'd be solid.
Yeah.
You would just smile like as you went away.
Probably.
What would you think about like as you went away if you're one of the depopulated ones?
Just for the
greater good.
Exactly.
Bigger picture. What's the bigger picture to you, though?
Just like healthy generations with like good resources.
Even if it's not your generation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Talking about that, dude. I saw an article on, I think it was Snapchat, that said our generation, man, we're the hardest workers and most underpaid, and we've gone through a couple of like financial setbacks, like the 9/11
crisis.
Yeah. Yep. With the World Trade Center and the COVID.
And also 2008 when everything crashed. You remember in 2008?
I mean, I was a youngin', bro.
But that was our generation, though. Like that
exactly,
was. I
exactly.
mean, we experienced like
exactly,
our
exactly.
parents.
So like our financial setbacks, bro, are like just like unmatched and like unheard of in the world, like ever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you knew, but like in World War III, like with the baby boom and all that stuff, when like people started to come back from war,
And what WW3?
W2.
Okay, yeah, you said okay.
It was like easier for people to get like really really good paying jobs because like they needed that, you know. But now like those same people like stay have stayed there or like have passed it on to like people that they know. And it's just like always like the older guys, the older generation, you know. And yeah, dude, like technically speaking, we are the hardest working ones. I mean, like look at you, bro. Like I see you working, man, grinding 24/7, bro. Have like 5 hours just to chill.
Less, but yeah,
exactly, man. So
nah, I
like you're like a spitting image of like what I just said. You feel me?
No, you know, I can definitely see that as well. And it's like I know one of the things that makes that statement a little bit more true, is like the prices of everything around us. It's like besides the fact that maybe
Inflation too.
yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Inflation, you know, for how hard we work and the amount that we're getting paid is actually worth less. And I mean that in two different words, like it's worth less than, you know, what it used to be worth, because everything was
mind blown.
Everything was cheaper to get back
Exactly,
then. So
man.
the amount that you would get, so one of like crazy facts that or statistics that I read not too long ago was that inflation, I can't quote the percentages, but essentially jobs aren't increasing like salaries, like if you're already working, as much as inflation is increasing. So even if you are getting like a raise at work or something like that, $1, $2, you know, that's amazing, but that's not keeping up with the prices that are around us, right?
Yeah,
so it becomes essentially harder to live on the same amount that you've been earning for the past couple of years, or even slightly above that. And I don't really, and everybody complains about the prices, right? Everybody complains about the prices of inflation, but nobody really brings up a solution. Not that it's the employer's job to give people more money. Maybe it is. I don't know if that is a solution, but something has to happen, because inflation's not happening because of me and you.
Yeah. Okay. Who was the first name of the founder of Ford?
Henry Ford.
Henry Ford, man. So in the Great Recession or Depression, he actually paid his workers more, and that's how he became a powerhouse.
That's how he survived too, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it is, man.
Maybe that is a solution. Also for the business to survive, because one of the biggest things during like all this, during the, you know, C19, because I don't know, like I try to stay away from certain words that I've heard people that YouTube censors for saying. So like
what?
if I say this gets censored, I'll be pissed. Like pandemic or COVID-19, like those words usually get triggered by YouTube and they get censored. But whatever, small channel, they probably don't care, right? But during so a lot of people were quitting or stopping work with their current employers because they knew that if they were unemployed, they'd get more money from the government.
Oh yeah.
You know, from the
that's
the benefit.
That's what I'm saying too, bro. Like,
so it's like
depopulizing, bro.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Like, I mean, we're talking about a potential solution.
Those are the weak-minded people, man. We don't need that, dude. Like, I don't know, man. If you're one out there, bro, they got the plug on you.
So you're saying in that situation, between the employer potentially being able to increase pay, or choosing to get paid more by the government for doing less, you'd still work for your employer that's paying you less?
I mean, shit, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, fucking unplug me, bro. Bro, for real, man.
Well, that was the realest answer I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Woo! Yeah, man.
Dang. No, I ain't never heard something more real in my life, bro. When you said unplug you,
Yeah.
unplug. Hey,
Not a sponsor.
I love that you stay true to it, though. You know, like to your whole, belief and concept of, depopularization for those that think a certain way. And if you happen to fall in that category, you're thinking unplug me,
I mean,
I get it, though. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
So one thing that we haven't really covered specifically yet was, because I always take my guest to a different place sometimes. So you were at your lowest at one point when you decided, what am I doing here? I'm sleeping on the inflatable bed in my brother's house, I assume, or just
where were you? At an apartment in San Antonio.
Okay. Bring it a little bit closer.
Right here.
Yeah, you can. You get that. You handle it, man.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. How'd you get to that apartment?
Well, I was kind of like rooming with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
But he would leave like all the time. And on a weekend, man, I remember a specific weekend, I had all the lights turned off. And I didn't even like feel to like be on my phone. And I was just laying on the fucking inflatable mattress with my back touching the ground, bro. That's when I knew.
What'd you know that you had to do something?
I was like, what the fuck, man? Because I don't know if you ever slept on an inflatable mattress for like an extended period of time.
Okay.
And it's rough, man. It's rough. That's when I knew that I really needed to do something. And I was just like looking around 24/7 for a new job. And that's when I noticed that my brother had a good life, and he had the good things. He had what I want. He had like 2 beautiful kids, a loving wife, a beautiful house, a nice dog, and that's what I want. And like that's what I'm striving for right now.
That's essentially the American dream. Though,
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's
picket fence.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Family van, yeah.
Red door, everything, bro.
Yeah.
And he has that shit, bro. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I saw what he had and said, you know what? He's in the army. The army is doing him good. But like just with anything, man, in life, like you gotta take the good with the bad. And there's not that much bad that the army did. Yeah, man.
So how'd you get in though? Like, what was the process from there? You were just like, all right, tomorrow I'm going.
Oh yeah,
Did you, like, have to get
So initially, man, I wanted to be in the Air Force. The Air Force is where it's at. All the people thinking about joining the military, go to the Air Force. If you could go to the Air Force, hands down, bar none, go to the Air Force.
Why?
I
have actually heard very similar comments like that. But
they treat you better, man. If you
bring that mic. You hold on to it. Get comfy and bring it to you.
Yeah. If you work, go to school, and basically, man, like the Air Force, dude, if you do like the bare minimum, you will like progress.
Okay.
Like obviously, like there comes to a certain stage where you need to do like extracurricular stuff to get to the next position. Yeah. And for the army, man, you need to do like a whole bunch of shit, and then that's what's expected from you. And like I'm not bashing like the army, like it is what it is.
So just kind of from what you're saying, are you just essentially saying that in the army you have to do more to progress than you have to do in the Air Force?
Hands down. And so it's crazy, man, because like I'm gonna go into a rabbit hole again.
Go ahead. We like rabbit holes.
So for the Army, the way you promote is like by promotion boards and points. Um, and in the Air Force, from what I've heard, because I was in the Air Force base and I was in the Army base. In the Air Force, all you need to do, man, is just take a freaking test about your job, and then you're good. And so like you don't need to do like extracurricular stuff like get the points, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Army, the way you get points is by like taking classes, taking like it could be regular classes like school classes or like Army classes.
Mm-hmm.
Or like if you shoot good, you get more points.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a good PT test, you get more points. Um, and stuff like that. Like if you have more certificates, you get more points doing those certificates. You know what I mean? And then you get like medals and stuff like that. But in the Air Force, all you need to do is literally just take a test. That's it, man.
How come? Why is the barrier? You don't know.
I don't know, man. It like that's just the way it is, and that's what I mean, man. And to be honest, dude, going back to the military is not out the window for me, man. I love the military, man. Like it was good. It made me like kind of be like my own man. You know what I mean? And like I feel if I told you, I'm sorry. I feel if I didn't tell you that I was in the Army, like you wouldn't guess I was in the Army.
Yeah, I agree.
And because like I'm not like just like throwing it around like that, because that like in the Army is just a little chapter in my life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like just like the same way that like I don't bring up like playing like college ball or anything like that. That was a chapter in my life, but that's not who I am, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Like even now, like it's so strange to me when you speak to me about like you being in the Army, because like I'm looking at you, and I don't know if this is common or not, but like maybe not. But sometimes when people go to the Army or the military for some time, they come back and act a certain way. I don't want to say different, but they do act like maybe like military type like behavior.
no, I totally see it, yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like you when you're still you, but like I can tell from the get go like you have a better like mindset. You're more aware of like the real world. Like you see more. I mean, I hope I can say this because like compared to when I first met you, like more responsible.
Oh, hands
like,
down, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That like that's what the Army really really taught me.
But you still hold yourself like
me.
Exactly. And it's like that's why when even now when you speak to him, like I can't even picture you in the Army being like different, you know. It's like you still hold yourself the same way that when I first met you, but I can tell you're different in the aspect of like more mature if I can, you know.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, actually that's a real funny thing, man, because one of the things that Walter told me was to never change, and he didn't have a lot of words to me like the last time I ever saw him, but one of the things he did say was just, hey man, just be you. And I don't know like if he really like what he really really meant about that, but how I took it was just like be me, you know. And like I have changed in ways, but like I try to keep the good what are things called, like the good categories of me, I guess.
Yeah, the good characteristics.
Characteristics, yeah,
behavior.
exactly. And like I just try to keep that, man, and just kind of be like a positive vibe, man.
Yeah.
Nobody likes like a Debbie Downer, you know.
Yeah, but that is true, and that's one of the biggest things about you that I've always noticed. Like, even like right now, it's like you're just always like the word's not uppity. Like you're not uppity, but like you got a solid vibe. Like you always bring good vibes. I think, and I can imagine, like even if you walked into a room full of Debbie Downers, like you seem to be that type of person that could bring up at least for a moment like a good vibe, like
for sure,
laughs for sure,
But I also wouldn't stay there that long.
Yeah, good. You wouldn't risk becoming a Debbie Downer.
I don't like to like associate myself with like, I don't want to say like depressed people, because like if somebody is depressed, like I'll always have an ear to listen. But somebody that's just like always like
Negative.
something to say, like, oh yeah, like this this Little Caesars pizza is a good bitch. I love a good Little Caesars pizza. You know what I mean? Like a Little Caesars pizza was there when nobody wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially in toughest times.
Exactly.
No, I know, and yeah, and that's who you are. It's like even right now, like when we took a break and you went to, you know, you were cracking my mom up. I mean, my mom hadn't seen you like four years, right? And she was cracking up, and that's essentially what you've always done since I met you. And so it's so weird still to hear you like talk about like you being in the army, because I can't picture you like, you know, marching, or I don't know what you guys do.
It's weird, bro.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what you like the most about the army, man.
Oh man, the experiences.
Yeah,
man.
tell me about what you liked.
So, one thing, man. The rabbit hole. The best thing that the army gave me, man, was a new culture experiences, man. Mm-hmm. Because being in the valley, you know how it is, dude. Like, you're just surrounded with like our own race, you know, or people that are like sculpted just to be like us. But when you go to the army, man, when you go to basic training, literally, bro, every color of the rainbow, yeah, dude. Yeah. Literally, there's blacks, white, Asians, gay, lesbians, just literally weird ones or strange ones. I learned in Japan not to say weird. I learned to say strange.
Okay.
And that was real cool because in Japan, man, like they're so conscientious of like respecting people, yeah, and respecting like people's thoughts and just like living like that. I asked one of my girlfriends in Japan, I was like, why do you always say strange and not weird? And then she said, because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I was like, damn. And like that like I know like that's just like a surface level, but I took it more like in a deeper level. I was like, dude, like that's like what the Japanese culture is, like just respecting people.
I agree. You know, I don't know where it was. It was like a soccer game. I think it had to do with like Japan playing somewhere else. I don't know if it was an international competition for soccer, something like that. But the Japanese were in another stadium in another country. And
motherfuckers were bowing all the time, right?
Well, no, what I was gonna say was like those Japanese after the game, all the Japanese picked up all their trash.
Yeah, bro.
They picked up all their trash.
They take their trash with them, dude. There is no trash in Japan.
Really?
No trash in Japan.
How do they do that?
No trash cans in Japan. Think about that, dude.
No trash cans. So
no trash cans in Japan.
Well, how does that work?
Yeah, they carry their trash in their pockets, or in their backpacks. Everybody in Japan has a backpack. 99% of people in Japan have backpacks, or suitcases, or briefcase, or I'm sorry, the laptop case.
Yeah.
You know,
computer case.
Yeah. And they take their trash until they get home, and then that's when they throw away their trash.
That's so interesting. Bro. Is that somehow
down to like a gum
wrapper?
A gum wrapper, man. They put that shit in the pocket.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously, I don't know how many people that listen like that watch soccer at all, but the news specifically like showed that like when the Japanese and went to another stadium and like after the game, like a full stadium, ridiculously big stadium. All the Japanese picked up after themselves and kept that section clean. Bro. It was like, you know, even us.
Making all the Mexicans look bad.
Yeah, well, everybody, essentially, because it's like,
yeah, man,
I'm going to be honest, it's like, when I'm at a stadium, I don't throw trash. But it's like, if I see trash, like, I don't worry about it because, I mean, the mindset usually now, it's not my trash.
Exactly.
Somebody's going to pick it up.
Exactly.
But it's like.
And that's what I mean, man. Like, the Japanese culture, man, is always, like, for the greater good.
Yeah.
And... for example, oh my God, dude, when I heard this story, man, like, I said, wow.
Okay, if you're going to tell me that story, please make sure we're here. Look, right here. Okay. Get in
there. Yeah. So, back in 2011, man, one of the biggest earthquakes hit Japan. Like, well, I'm sorry. I don't know in the world, but one of the biggest earthquakes that Japan has ever experienced happened in 2011. right beside a nuclear power plant, bro. That nuclear power plant, like, uh, contaminated so like hundreds of like kilometers, bro. Like so many kilometers. So much that they like it was inhabitable. People couldn't go clean it. Like the people that were strong enough, like the young, like the youngins, young men, young women couldn't go. What happened, dude? All the elderly people went to go clean that.
The elderly?
The elderly people, man, went to go clean all the contaminated area and took all the radiation for the younger generation, the healthy generation, to go in and then just kind of clean safely. Does that make sense?
Of course.
And that's what I mean, man.
By
The greater good. Greater good, man. That's crazy, dude.
Where does that come from, though? Like, obviously, it's their culture, but like, I mean, you mentioned you had like a girlfriend over there, right? Was she Japanese?
Yeah.
Cool. So, what else did you notice? I guess from the culture specifically. I mean, I don't know if you did or didn't. I actually don't know. Like, if you like met her parents, like,
yeah, I did.
Are they a certain way? Do they teach her a certain way?
Yes.
Do they have certain rules?
Yes.
What is that like?
And her grandparents have even more rules.
Really?
It's weird, bro. It's amazing. I mean, I don't even know where to start, man. Like, I don't know, dude.
Like, I guess, so where does that belief come from? Like, how do they get their kids to understand, I guess, the greater good, or, to be always...
That's literally just like their culture, man. It kind of like just goes back. Have you ever heard the story about the monkeys in the box and going for a banana, and then every single time there were like 9 monkeys, right? And then, for example, if one monkey went to go get that banana, all 9 monkeys would get hosed down.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when a new monkey would come in and go for the banana for the banana, everybody would get a hose down until like down the road, whenever somebody tries to go for the banana, they'll stop them.
Yeah.
And so like it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So like who knows, man?
Okay, I know what you're saying. I mean? So it could have just been like over the period of
hundreds of years, bro.
And I think just to kind of clarify, and I like that I guess that case study or whatever it is, that like whenever the new, every monkey that would come in new would go and get the banana.
And then they took out all the original 9 monkeys out of there. Mm-hmm. and nobody else touched that banana. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. So honestly, man.
So it could have been just be from a very long time ago.
Exactly.
That's interesting. What else? What about Japan? Like, one question that I was gonna ask you outside was like, me as a commoner from just like sees like Japan briefly on the TV, like social media. How is Japan? I mean, you mentioned that they're very clean.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about Japan though. Does it look nice? Is it techie?
Yeah. Like
techie, like with the screens. Is it like a New York City type of, but like ridiculous? Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. So I had.
Do you feel smarter when you're there?
No, dude. You feel stupid,
you
bro.
You feel dumber?
You feel dumb, dude. There's people there, man, that know 5, 6 languages, bro.
Do most of them speak English at all?
A lot of them, bro, they know English. Japan is getting so Americanized that a lot of people know English. There's more restaurants, stores that translate Japanese and English. Yeah. So to them, like, welcome us, man, is fucking cool, dude. And you
said they like us.
Yeah. Well.
Or what do you say? You like the culture?
What do you mean they like us?
I don't know. You mentioned like when you was eating a sandwich, remember? And then you was like, they like the American culture. Yeah. That's what you said. You lied to me. You lied to me.
No, bro. They hate Americans. They love the American culture. But the thing is, man, they love specific Americans, dude. Like,
yeah, tell me.
Like if you're tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
If you have like good skin.
Talk to me.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, bro. Have like muscle definition, and you're a male and you're American, dude. and then more if you're American like soldier, you're treated like fucking royalty, bro.
Okay, so then let me ask you this: where does that preference come from?
Royalty.
Yeah.
What do you mean with that purpose?
Well, no, not preference. Like, how
Shit,
do you
man.
think that, like, the Japanese?
They shit, man.
Because
I might get some heat.
well, hold up before you get the heat. Just off the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe us as American have been like, I mean, I know that they know that there's different types of Americans, different types of humans, body parts. Is it possible
They
that
see us as fat, bro.
wait,
Bro, it's crazy. Okay, I'm
yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
yeah? Do you think that we've been commercialized? Like,
What
do
do
you
you mean
think that we've
commercialized?
been, that the understanding of a general American to them for the most part is like commercial, which is like the good skin, the tall guy, the muscle definition.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why they prefer that person.
bro. Like-
Besides the obvious that it might be more attractive to them, but
Yeah.
is that something that's possible, or do they expect most Americans to look like that because of the media?
Yeah. I mean, like, this is what I mean. I'm gonna get heat, man.
This is all metaphorical, right? Like
Yeah.
figurative. This isn't,
So they're very superficial.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Of course.
Okay.
Some people are, some Americans
And there's nothing wrong with it, man. Me, I like a person that knows what they like.
Okay.
I'm a man that knows what he likes.
Yeah.
That knows what he wants.
Are you decisive? Like, are you good at making decisions?
Decisions that matter, yes.
Okay.
Decisions like if I go out to eat and
They don't
like
matter.
yeah,
Because wherever you end up is good.
exactly.
All right, go ahead.
You know, like if I go to like the Cheesecake Factory, man, I'm like shit, but all this looks good. I'm that guy, be like, hey, ma'am, what do you recommend?
Yeah.
She says, so I always ask for like the top three, like, and then she says 1, 2, 3, and I'm like okay, and then I just fucking pick, dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the Japanese said they're pretty superficial.
Meaning like they like muscles, they like they they like a good facial feature, man. They like nice stuff, and who doesn't, man? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you could say superficial, or you could just say like they know what they like.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Would the Japanese like me?
Oh, bro, they would fucking bend over backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I would be treated fairly nice over
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure,
Okay.
for sure.
Man, because I've always pictured
But everybody would be treated nice, man. Like they are so respectful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you would just get that level, that extra. You know what I mean?
extra oomph.
Um,
All right. It's so interesting to me, man, to hear that. This is the first time I speak to anyone besides we had some, when I went to play in Germany, Walter was there. We had Japanese roommates, 4, but it was hard to communicate anything because no English from them, and then obviously no Japanese from us. So I couldn't really get the full Japanese experience translated over to me in regards to, hey, how's your town? How's it look? So being able to speak to you, someone who's been there.
I love it, man. How they're so simplistic. You know what I mean? They're so like minimalistic people, and I love that, dude. I love it because
talk to me a little bit about that.
you don't need like a lot of stuff, dude, in Japan to be happy or to have a good time, you know. And you could just walk out, man. Go for a walk in Tokyo, and you'll see like street performers. You'll see like people literally like how you think of Japan at night, like the anime, you know, like with the skirts, big old boots like that, and ponytails. That's exactly how.
That's true.
That's exactly how it is, man.
Now, could that be that because Tokyo is very popular and touristic?
Yeah, that's it.
Almost like a Las Vegas type of thing, like where it's like
Safer though.
in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Safer, man.
how?
So I was talking to one of my sergeants, man. He retired, and I asked him, hey, so where are you gonna hang up the boots? He said, right here in Japan. I said, damn. I said, why? He said, it is the safest place for my girls. I said, wow. And then ever since he said that, I've always considered going back to Japan. Forgot his name, but he was a real cool dude.
Okay, so are the movies, do they portray Japan accurately? the culture, the cities?
Nah, man. So I've seen like a lot of movies where like Japan is portrayed kind of like dirty and there's like rats and like a lot of violence and stuff like that. Dude, no. It's
What about triads?
I think they're called
Hold on,
Yakuzas.
Yakuzas?
Yeah. Yakuzas are real over there, bro. They like
But are they
they're
nice
like
people?
huh?
Are they nice people?
Never encountered one, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to say, man, just like a little side comment.
Yeah.
I was really fortunate to live in and see both sides of Japan.
Okay.
I was literally 12 minutes from the Shinjuku crossing. Do you know what that is?
Absolutely not.
So the Shinjuku crossing is this famous crossing where like people can cross from like the either side, like a regular crossing, or in the diagonal way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And my girlfriend at the time lived like 12 minutes from there, dude. And her parents lived 2.5, 3 hours away outside of the Tokyo limits. So I got to experience the Tokyo life and nightlife and morning, whatever. And I experienced is it called the urban, like the quiet side of Japan, the more traditional side of Japan.
Okay.
I loved them, dude.
Yeah.
Both sides, bro. But both sides were amazing. Both sides have their pros and their cons. I think if I was a youngin until maybe like 45, 50, I would love to live in Tokyo.
So you kind of want to scooch over to the other side when you think about retiring.
When
got
I
a
went
family?
to the other side, got like grandkids and shit
Okay.
like that. That's when I would want to go live on the other side, and it's just cause it's just peace and quiet, man. Like it's like I don't even know how to explain it, man. I don't know how to explain it. It's nice.
Okay, well, think about that for a second. Or is there something that you wanted to touch base real quick?
I just want to say, man, like, just a side comment, bro.
Yes, I comment. That's right.
Yeah.
That was the soundboard, by the way.
A large, small, and medium is not a American large, small, and medium, bro.
Okay.
Their small is small.
Tiny,
dude.
Okay.
Their large is not large.
It's
Their
a medium.
large is a medium small.
A schmedium.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't even have like I think they do have an extra large, man, but I think the extra large is like a medium.
Really?
It's so hard to buy clothes over there, dude.
Oh, you was talking about clothes this whole time? I don't know why you was talking about food. Like, I was imagining like a large
that too, bro. The first time I ever went,
I immediately thought of McDonald's. I don't know why.
Bro, yeah. So the first restaurant I ever went to Japan was a McDonald's, man.
Okay. Is it better?
Yes.
Man, we suck.
Bro, it's amazing, man. The first thing I had was their version of a hot and spicy, bro. Their version of that is a teriyaki hot and spicy, man.
How was it?
Fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to get more, but they're more pricey, man. And also, their beverage is the size of this right here. Not a sponsor. Like this, dude.
Yeah.
And you get one refill for like $3.50, which is like almost 400 yen for this, man.
Of whatever beverage?
Whatever beverage. It could be Sprite or a melon soda. Melon soda? That's how they call it over there. You could drink this in one gulp, man.
$3.50.
For one gulp. No refills. It's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. And the first time I went, man, I was parched, bro. I was so thirsty. I said, you know what? Just fuck it. Like, just give me like extra. Spend like $25, man, on a meal at McDonald's. And that they didn't fill me up. I was so mad and never went there again, man.
Oh, man. You imagine spending $25 on your own here in the States.
Oh, bro. You would have like food for 3 days, man.
Yeah, that's true. Dang.
It's crazy.
So, man, you're making me want to pack my bag.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, I will go over there. Dude. I would live over there. No hurt. If I knew a lick of Japanese,
You don't know any Japanese?
I mean, I
You
know.
were there for 3 years, all right? And you had a Japanese girlfriend.
Bro, it's so hard, bro. There's like 3. So they got 3 written alphabets. I think it's kanji.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sashimi. I think that's some sushi.
It's like
Some sushi.
Kawasaki or something.
So they got like 3 like alphabets, man, and then that they like speak and shit. And some Japanese don't even know how to read or write one of the 3
like
languages.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, dude.
How come?
I'm like, why? Why would you even have 3? It's just complicating life, dude. And over there, man, hierarchy is such a
Respected thing?
yeah, like there's a hierarchy for everything, man.
What do you mean?
So like,
Hold on real quick. Guys, if you hear a fly in here, I'm so sorry. There is one, and he's like terrorizing the place. Hey, you know what's fun? Hey, what's crazy is that like, I made a Facebook. I made a Facebook post yesterday, and I said, "Learn to love."
the fly in the room.
Learn to
Is
love.
it motherfucker right here?
Wait. So learn to love the sound of the fly in the room, right? Because when you hear a fly, like you're always annoyed, and it always like gets you out of whatever mood you're in. Like you just want to get it out. It's like, but if you learn to love it, like you can just essentially, still be in peace when something that annoying is around. So there's a fly in here, right? So,
Or you could learn not to care about it.
that's what I mean. So yeah, not to care, but if you learn to love it, then you'll embrace and enjoy its presence.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But okay, no, keep going. I'm sorry. I just wanted to let them know because there's a fly in here.
I've been called a duck before, man.
A duck
A duck.
in Japan?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, what do you mean duck?
A duck, man. So like whenever somebody would say something about me, man, like I don't let it get to me. The biggest thing that you could tell somebody, like more than a fuck you or whatever, is literally not to care what they think. Like if you tell them I don't care what you think, that's literally giving them like the worthless. Fuck, man, I can't even talk right now.
Like even if you tell them that I don't care what you think, you're giving them the reaction they want, or what are you saying?
Shit, man. What minute are we in, man? We need to cut this out, bro.
No. So they calling you a duck
Yeah,
because you're good at.
No, because I don't care like what other people say about me, or like if like somebody. So for example, when I was in like as a 6'8" Tango, I would sometimes work the phone, and like some people would just sometimes like just fucking bark. And like I wouldn't let that get to me, man. I'd be like, okay, and then I'd be like, all right, and then okay, well, and then just hang up. Or like if they would call, like I wouldn't even answer it, bro.
Yeah.
like I would write that number down and just be like, here, check the last 4, If it's not that, I'll pick up.
Yeah, but you've been called a duck before, like just in those situations.
Because like how like a duck, the rain or like whatever just rolls off them.
True.
Like that's what I am. Like I just let shit roll off me.
I didn't know that, but that makes sense. Do you enjoy being called a duck?
I enjoy being called a duck. I also, my call sign is Chicken 27, man.
Chicken 27.
Chicken.
What do you mean call sign?
My call sign, like that's just what I'm known, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken 27. Okay.
Chicken 27.
So, what other areas besides being on the phone, like, do you think you kind of fit the description of a duck in regards to letting things roll off of you?
Oh no! What, like that was just one example, but like if somebody would say,
what like I guess what I'm asking is like what experiences have you gone through like that stick out to you that like people think that they were trying to
like if somebody tries to provoke me or anything
exactly
like
that's
that,
the word.
as like as long as somebody doesn't hurt me, like physically,
Exactly.
I don't care, bro.
Solid.
Yeah,
Good.
That's it. My bad, man. I took it away.
No, that's fine. I was actually interested as a duck. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, I never called you a duck.
Yeah.
But that makes sense. I mean, I've seen you. I mean, people.
I love duck too, man. Have you ever tried Peruvian duck?
No.
Peruvian duck, amazing.
What is it true about Japanese and the crazy stuff they eat? Be honest. I don't think I have any Japanese listeners right now.
I think one of the craziest things I've ate, man, has been puffer fish. I've eaten horse.
They're edible over there?
Horse, bro.
I mean, I'm assuming they're edible over there. They're edible anywhere.
Yeah,
but.
I'm pretty sure. But the way that Japanese, man, take care of their produce and meats is
Livestock as well?
Yeah,
like animals?
second to none, bro. Like, they take care of their shit. The horseman needs to be eaten fresh, so it can't be frozen. Like, the day they killed the horse is the day it needs to be eaten.
Okay.
Is it eaten or eaten? Eaten.
Eaten.
That's the day it needs to be eaten.
So, like, after they kill it, they don't wait too long to eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I learned that I like the fatty parts of the horse more than the actual meat, man.
So you actually like it?
No.
Oh, you don't like it?
I don't like it. But I didn't want to be disrespectful when it was introduced to me, you know? Like, it'll be like...
You were trying to fit in with the culture.
Exactly.
I like that.
So, you know, like, it's not going to kill you, man. You're a little bit of horse. Not that I know of. And it's just a good experience, like, just to say that I've eaten horse when it's traditionally meant to be eaten.
Is that... Okay, so let me ask you.
New Year's.
Yeah. Oh, in New Year's? It's popular in New Year's?
Yeah, popular in New Year's, and also KFC. I don't think...
Wait, whoa. What? For New Year's, it's popular in Japan to eat KFC?
KFC, bro. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Christmas. Christmas.
Okay, but, like, why?
Fuck, I don't know, bro.
Okay, it's just tradition.
Bro, the lines out of this road. Like, you can't even buy KFC on Christmas Day, bro. Christmas Day, they are booked. Like, you need to pre-order some chicken to pick up that chicken.
Do they have, like, delivery services over there?
Oh, bro, the most efficient service to do. Yeah.
So we're slacking, huh?
Bro, we are. Well, I mean,
I'm second guessing what I'm doing here, man.
Also, the amount of time to walk. Like, let's say if we wanted to go to McDonald's, there is no way we could go walk to a McDonald's. I wouldn't walk to a McDonald's. I barely even drive to a McDonald's. Would I spend money to get the McDonald's delivered here? No. So McDonald's is out the window for me, man. In Japan, however, it's easy to walk to one, man.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Okay.
So then, like, the amount from the McDonald's to where you live is, like, right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so...
Is there more McDonald's over there than there are here? Because here, I mean, you can get one every mile and a half.
I think so, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you dunked it.
No.
No, get it up.
No. I don't believe you.
Yeah. Nah. So is there more McDonald's restaurants over there than there are here? Or are they just strategically placed to where you can walk to all of them?
I think, well, for sure, in every train station, I have seen a McDonald's.
Okay.
It's a lot of train stations in Japan, bro.
I was going to say, so, man, I'm sorry. I keep asking you chopped up questions because, like, I'm so interested in everything you're saying. So I keep asking, like, little bits and you're answering. So, but
I love it, man.
So what about the transportation system over there?
Shit.
Because I know here one thing that Walter actually, I mean, I've always had this conversation with Walter when we went to Germany. I mean, they have a solid transportation system.
I bet you it's not more solid than Japan.
And that's what I'm trying to say. So it's
100%.
like, and we've always like just kind of talked about the possibility of even smaller cities or just depending on the demographics, having certain transportation systems to be more efficient, you know, maybe help out the people in itself.
My first month in Japan, bro, I took a bullet train by accident, and it cost me around $375.
To where though?
A bullet train, bro. Like close to Hokkaido, bro. Like that's all the way the fuck up north, man. And I fucking slept for
What's a bullet train?
A bullet train, man, would take you from here to like San Antonio in about a couple of minutes, bro.
Really?
45 minutes, bro.
And for reference, San Antonio from exactly where we are right now, it's about 3.5 hours. And it'll get you in what, 20 minutes?
Nah, like 45.
45 minutes?
45 minutes, man.
That's still fast.
And bro, you don't even
Feel
think
it.
you don't even think you're on a train, bro. You could feel like if you're in this room right now. Fucking insane, dude. So I was there on my first month. I was gonna go see a friend, and bro, it's so easy to get around Tokyo once you download the transit app, bro. Fucking unless if you're colorblind. If you're colorblind, good luck, man. If you're colorblind, because everything's so color oriented.
Yeah.
You know. I would hate to be colorblind. But if you download that app, man, and your eyes are solid, you could get around, dude, without talking to anybody, man. You look up and just fucking walk, man. You walk. You put your train station. You put the train station that you want to go to. Bam, you're there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and so I lived in this town called well, the nearest, like the biggest one was called Machida. I don't know the other train station, but from Machida to Tokyo, that would cost around roughly like 275 yen, $3, man, to get from Machida to Tokyo and Tokyo to come back. So $6, man.
Okay.
And it'll take about like 40 minutes on a regular train. If it was a bullet train, bro, you fucking step in and step out, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but on a regular train, it takes about 45 minutes, man. But it doesn't feel like 40 minutes, man. It feels like 15 minutes, man.
Okay.
Because it's just so efficient, dude. The time that the train says it will be there, it will be there. Not one, I'm sorry. A couple of times it was running late. But when it's running late, it's like a PSA, bro. Like, you know it's running late.
Okay.
Like,
They make you aware.
Yeah. They let everybody aware. News, text, everything, dude. And the only reason why I ever experienced that it was late was because a lot of people will commit suicide, man, and jump in front of the trains.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got backed up 3 times. I almost missed a curfew 1 time, bro, because of that bullshit.
Well, just from what you said, a lot of people commit suicide.
Lot,
cause you just said it
like there's
it's common almost.
Like there's nets under bridges, bro, and under huge buildings. There's nets.
Can I take this in a different direction?
Please, yeah.
What do you think that is? Because
I know actually.
Just from the experience that you tell me you've had, I mean,
yeah.
How is it like from such? You literally described like.
Bro, for a minute, I thought you had so much hair, bro. Like this. You look like a fucking gorilla.
Why?
Cause I'm woozy, man. Like half a second, bro. My bad. Yeah.
So Lucio's a little. He describes it as woozy. He hasn't eaten right before he came out, and I gave him a bang because I figured he was solid. And if you do drink that on an empty stomach, it'll get to you.
Yeah,
it'll get to you. But I'm good though. I have no hair and I'm solid.
No, you're good. You look good.
Okay. So what do you think the reason is, man? Like, because Japan sounds beautiful. It sounds clean. It sounds respected. Their food there sounds beautiful.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it is amazing. The only thing, man, they work to death. Literally. Like, literally to death. They prioritize having work more than having friends, more than their families, more than their kids. Work, having that hierarchy, being on top, having a good name, having a good family name.
Like household name?
Representing your family is the top thing, man. If you embarrass your family, if you commit a crime, if you get caught committing a crime, because people commit crimes, but if you get caught committing a crime, and then make it public, that's what really, really makes people jump over the ledge.
So bring in essentially, and I hate to like kind of use this term out like dishonor to the family.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And it's like once you do, they're just like life's over.
They disown you, bro. From what I've seen, it's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
Like if our race had that same mentality, bro.
See ya.
That's
depopulation on its own.
I would have been disowned, man. Fuck.
I think most of us
17 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
More maybe. But they was born.
the moment you came out, he's like, nah.
Okay. This one ain't good. I was playing.
Man, that's crazy. And my next question was that I did have for you. So, it is common that people is like suicide rates over there pretty high?
Yeah.
Like they just like have it publicly, like in front of trains.
Fuck,
and when it happens,
middle of the day, bro.
And when it happens, like, and this is almost an obvious. Are people like, oh no, or is it like, oh, there goes another one?
Yeah. Exactly.
Which one?
That one.
Really, the second one? Like,
yeah, like fuck, like a lot of people get mad because
they're late.
They're late, dude. You believe that shit?
They're mad that they're gonna be late over someone jumping in front of the train. Look at this guy right here. He just jumped in front of my train.
Motherfucking inconsiderate.
Now
bro.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
It's always.
But that's what I mean. Like, they also see it. Not that like they're emotionalists, but for the greater good. It like goes back to what I'm saying. Like the greater good. Like you're.
Disown brought dishonor.
And then you're making everybody late. Like, for example, like what if somebody had a really, really like dire emergency to be somewhere?
Yeah.
You know, to an urgent, like to go to urgent care or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all because of somebody that couldn't handle their business. Not to sound mean or anything, but that is what it is.
Yeah. Do you ever see? You know who Logan Paul is?
Yeah.
Like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's obviously a lot more famous now than he used to be.
Yeah.
Is that thing that he did like probably 2 years ago in like was it Japanese forest or like where people would go?
Suicide Forest, bro. I went there.
You went there?
I didn't go there actually.
How you gonna say you went there?
So because I could see it. I didn't go inside.
Okay.
That shit was creepy, man. I went for a vacation. It's down like near Fuji. Where is it? Fiji? No, Fuji. Map. Yeah, so it's like close to Mount Fuji. And in Mount Fuji, they have a amusement park. I went there with some friends, stayed the weekend, and we got this like traditional hotel, dude. Like laying on the floor, bamboo.
Hammocks?
No, bamboo doors, like screening doors. Tiny restrooms and shit like that, dude. Like I was like, you know what? I want the full Japanese experience. The same price it will cost me to sleep on a fucking bed, bro. I said, nah, give me the floor.
Hey, but that's good though. That's good. That's how you should do it. If you're on vacation.
Yeah.
And you're going to like a different.
Should have bought my inflatable mattress.
Hey, you see, it could be worse, right?
No, dude. Actually, as long as you sleep on your back on the floor, you're good, bro. Like you feel real good, you know. Yeah. But anyways, at night, you like I would just get like creepy vibes, bro, and I would feel stuff. I wouldn't see stuff. I would feel stuff.
Yeah.
And the nights just seem more
darker.
Yeah. More foggy, you know, cloudy. There's also a lake super close to the forest, so that's what makes it really foggy and more scary. But it's true, man. Like people literally go there, commit suicide because of stress. They're failing classes. They got fired from a job. They dishonor their family. They go over there and just kill themselves, man. There's like there's clothes there. There's bones. I'm very, I don't want to say superstitious, but I do believe in demons and angels,
right?
Which are like spirits,
right?
So I believe in that shit. So I was like, you know what? The eyes are like the windows to the soul, and I don't want to expose my eyes to that. You know what I mean?
That's actually interesting that you say that. But I do want to confirm then the Suicide Forest is real.
It is real.
Have you ever seen the movie on it? I think it's literally called The Forest.
I was watching it, but something that like this white girl tried to contact her sister that was living in Japan, and like she couldn't contact them, and the last time that they saw her sister was when she went to the forest, right?
Yeah.
I started watching it because it like
You already knew.
like I live, like I was there, so then like I didn't want them to like ruin my image of what I had.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I know what it is. I've seen it, like I've seen it at night. I've seen it in like in broad daylight, and like broad daylight, it's beautiful, amazing. And then like gets dark, it flips like that, dude.
That's so that just.
Does that make sense?
Of course, that makes sense. In the movie, I think from what you're telling me, they depicted it very well, in the sense of essentially what that forest is about. And you're right, like it's about a sister who tried to contact her sister. She couldn't get a hold of her, and she went to look for her.
Yeah.
And then everybody after investigation was like, "Oh, the last time that we saw her was in the forest."
Yeah.
She went into the forest.
Oh shit.
To look for her.
Spoiler alert.
Big time spoiler. I'm sorry. Anyway,
no, for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Care. Yeah.
And she was like searching, but she got lost in the forest. So I really hope I'm talking about the right movie. Yeah, I have to be.
Yeah.
And she like started hallucinating. She started like, essentially she couldn't like get her way out or something like that. And she would run into like bodies. And then she was like freaking out. Yeah, and I don't even know if she ever even found her sister. I saw it like 4 years ago. But I've always like, no way something like that exists. And the reason I brought up Logan Paul was because he went negatively viral he went into the forest with a camera. And so he was like vlogging his experience in the forest, and he came across a dead body hanging from a tree.
Fuck.
And he recorded that like, oh crap, like this is insane. Look, there's a body here. So it's like, and everybody in mind is like, dude, like we get it, you're a YouTuber, but like you're recording somebody's family member, and like he got a lot of backlash from it. So
yeah, man. And
it's like for him to see that in person, to hear the movie and to hear you say it, it's like it's crazy.
Those are like just people that don't respect cultures.
Yeah, and he tried to come back from it and apologize and all that, but
I guess he did, huh?
Yeah, exactly. He came back, man. So the forest itself in the day does it look enchanting?
In the forest?
During the day, not in the forest, like the forest, like overall, does it look nice during the day? Because you said
yeah,
nice.
For sure, man. I was actually like paddle boating, man. Not paddle boating. What is it like when you get on the bicycles and it's a boat?
Yeah.
With the swans and shit.
Pedal boat.
Pedal boat. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Fucking workout, dude.
Oh yeah. Those will get you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think so what else about Japan? What else have you ever seen, like anything where it's like wanted to scare you away?
Nothing, dude. Nothing, man. If anything, it always brings me back.
Make you making more decisive over wanting to be there. So from what you're telling me, it's like also because of the suicide rates, because it's almost so common, it's like because their way of living, their culture, the hierarchy that they strive for, almost like it's too much. So it's like essentially trying to circle back to like mental health. It's like people go through some real stuff, chasing after some real stuff.
It's stressful to live there, man. Really, really stressful. And the amount, if you, for the same price in Tokyo, like a $1,300 apartment, here would get you a fucking nice apartment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really nice.
Over there, man, is literally the bare minimum, with like the bare minimum space. Kind of like
the New York type of was it New York, like where they talk about you get like a one room studio?
That's exactly what it is.
And it's like $1,500, and you have the kitchen, the bed, and the bathroom in the same room.
basically. But there's some apartments that at least like have a sliding door
Yeah.
to separate the bed and the kitchen, so like it doesn't smell all the time, but it still smells.
Damn.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I got something for you, man.
What you got?
Whenever we die, do you believe like an afterlife, or do you believe like in reincarnation, or we just black out?
I don't believe in the blackout.
You don't?
I don't believe in blackout
Fuck.
for sure. I'm fully convinced that it's not a blackout.
You're fully convinced?
I'm fully convinced that it's not a blackout.
Why? How?
Well, my understanding, and I say understanding because it could be biased, it could be from wherever it's coming from, but my idea of what we are in the ultimate like sense is just an energy source that somehow has become conscious of its existence. So the fact that
Say that one more time.
So like essentially what I think that we are is an energy source, right? That has somehow become conscious of their existence.
That's exactly what we are, though.
Exactly. So I'm
we're stardust, bro.
we're what?
Stardust.
Right. And that's what I'm giving you like my interpretation
Okay.
of why I don't think it's just a blackout. I think that we've acquired this consciousness, and if the law of energy is correct, that it can never be created nor destroyed, then we have to move on somewhere else into life. Like, and I mean life as in space, whether it be back again on Earth or another planet or on a stardust. Essentially, we have to, I think, regain consciousness similar to what we're doing now in another form of energy.
Bro, do you ever sit down and feel your blood pumping and your heart pumping? Bro. What? Yo. Listen. listen, man.
Okay, I'm listening.
2 nights ago, man, I come home from the gym, and it was a pretty night. Like it was a night session, bro. I don't really like going to night sessions.
What do you mean night session? Like gym?
Yeah, like I was really busy throughout the day. I woke up at like a little later than what I wanted to, and when I get home, man, I'm exhausted. Fucking hit leg hard, bro. Pa 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 pa. I think it was actually on Wednesday, man. Wednesday leg day for me, and when I get back, I sit down, and my heart's thumping, fucking hitting my rib cage, bro. Pa 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 pa. And that got me thinking, man, like, when is the last time this heart is gonna beat?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I said, fuck. And I just stopped thinking about that, man, because I didn't want to think about that.
You don't want to go too deep to the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Like in my own mind, you know, because like if I'm talking to somebody else, that's fine. But when you're alone with your own thoughts, that could get dangerous, dude.
Big time.
That's all I wanted to say.
Big time though, because I think sometimes the beginning of deep thoughts can end up one of two ways. It can end up like what's the word? Like when it can end up like in a like huge revelation of something, or it can also end up in the, depending on how you see life, oh, this is all pointless, you know. And I think I understand what you're saying.
I feel like that, like how depression kind of like goes to, you know what I mean? Like you go like, oh, like this doesn't matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. But there's also a truth in that, though. There's also a truth.
Explain it, man.
Yeah, there's also a truth in realizing that it really doesn't all matter, in a sense, because at some point it's either a blackout, right, or we're done regardless. Two things that are sure in life are taxes and death. Like we're all going there. And if that's true,
I mean,
why does it matter?
I think you could get out of taxes. I haven't. I feel like you could.
100% you can.
So like
but taxes in general.
But the number one thing for sure is death.
Yeah. So then, like, if that's true, then like, you know, why does it matter? And I believe it matters.
No.
But I'm also, I like to think from the other side of the spectrum. You know, if it's all going to come to an end at some point, why does it matter?
Bro, when I ride my motorcycle, man, like sometimes I feel if I just fucking like crash and die. And like
That's it.
I don't know if it'll matter. You know what I mean?
To who though? To you? To your existence? To your consciousness?
Bro, like I don't know, like sometimes when I ride, bro, I'm just.
Have you ever like? And I don't mean this like jokingly around because
Sometimes I think like, what would happen if I just...
I knew you were gonna say that, but I say that because my brother on the first episode we did, he said, you know those thoughts that you get like briefly,
Yeah,
where you're like, oh, I wonder what would happen.
they're normal.
Yeah, they're normal,
Yeah.
but he said that I never heard it. I don't know, whatever. That's the other side calling you.
Hola, verga.
That's the other side, like, hey, and that's why those thoughts are created. It's
Oh, fuck, bro. Bro, I feel like somebody just pulled my leg, bro. Yo.
Hey, but it makes sense though, right?
Fuck, bro. Fuck.
Hey, when he said that, I try not to freak out in the back.
I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out, man.
Yeah, when he said that, I was like, can I say that's not true? I can't.
Fuck.
Does it make sense? Absolutely. That, yep. I mean, when you have those, like, and they're normal because
bro,
I've
the
had.
pull was so hard right now, bro.
The what?
The pull
On your leg?
on my legs.
Oh, so you just felt something right now?
Was my feet were planted, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
Guys, we just experienced our very first supernatural experience on the podcast. My guest, Lucio. What's your last name? Lucio's your last name.
Miguel.
Hey, his first name is Miguel.
People know me as Lucio around here.
Yeah. You just felt something pull your leg.
Yeah.
From the other side.
Bro, imagine, bro. I need to get right. Imagine, man. A week from now, dude, I actually do die, bro.
Yeah. And it's possible.
Oh, definitely, bro. Yesterday, man, I almost hit a fucking van doing a U-turn and when I was going like 65.
Oof. Yeah. And it's possible.
Legally. I was only 65 legally. Like, the limit was 65.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was maybe 55, but 10 miles over, under.
Yeah. No, it's possible, man. That's essentially it. That's essentially the big question, right?
How did he come up with that, though?
I have no idea, dude. Like, we were talking a similar topic about this where it's like, why, he's like, have you ever thought about it? I was like, yeah, those are normal. He's like, yeah, they are. But he's like, I think, like, that comes from somewhere. That comes from somewhere. And it's
real,
like,
bro.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do we black out? Or do we come back? Or do we move on? You haven't thought about it. You're scared to think about it.
I'm scared. But the sinner in me wants to believe that it's a blackout. The God-fearing man wants me to believe that there's a heaven and hell.
So are you split down the middle?
I think if you're split down the middle, you don't believe in anything.
Okay. I think you make a great point, though, that the sinner hopes that it's a blackout. That's a great way to put it.
For the sinners, man.
Exactly. For the sinner. That's a great way to put it. And you don't mean sinners as in there's people that don't sin. I think, how do you mean the sinners?
The sinner. Well, I mean, we're all sinners, man.
Exactly.
But, so do you know that some religions rate their sins?
I can see that.
I
don't know. Like, I have never confirmed or like,
so
experienced
my boy Funce actually he told me one time, man, back in college, we were at a park, man. We had just finished having some probably went to Applebee's, bro. I don't know. We just finished eating something, and then we were talking about this. And he said that his religion rates the sins. And me, I was like raised in a Christian household. Me too, a sin is a sin, no matter what you do. But then he said, no, like, how are you going to rate the same murder to like stealing a piece of candy? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know. Like, that's just the monkey in me, the monkey box in me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, dude. Like, for us, if like it's different if you kill somebody or whatever. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying, dude.
Well, essentially, you were saying the sinner in you hopes it blacks out,
Yeah.
and then you were sharing that Funcia, his religion, that they rate their sins.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Okay, no worries. But I wanted to acknowledge that I was actually. Hey, you're tripping on me. Nah, but I wanted to acknowledge that was a great way to put it. People who are afraid, people who think about themselves in a certain way, hope it's a blackout at the end.
Yeah,
maybe, and then or.
Because I read I didn't read I heard it somewhere that said like the Christians or the God-fearing people that are right, they're gonna go to heaven and like live a good eternal life. But the ones that were hoping for a blackout and it's not a blackout, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I think like it goes back to like the better safe than sorry method, you know.
Exactly.
But if you're just doing it for the better safe than sorry, not like actually genuine,
then that's like a fault in its own.
Exactly, no? And that's kind of like a sin of its own. And like you could literally go to church for your whole life, 3 days out of the week, and still go to hell. Bro,
huh?
No, what were you saying?
No, what were you gonna say?
I thought that flag was gonna go straight into my mouth, and I was like,
no, I get where you're going. Trust me, these thoughts that you're thinking and expressing, I've spent unfortunately hours with myself, just kind of like I used to be more into that and those type of thoughts, and I have a fair share of like opinions, because at the end of the day, we love to think that we've experienced the truth, and I think majority of people have, and when people express their truth, they're not wrong. I don't think people are wrong when they express what is true to them. It's like, how can you be wrong? So I have a whole nother episode that we could do on that, you know, and I would love to actually. I would love to be honest with you, like if that's something that you have thought about, and I'm not even talking about like religiously, you know, it's like just sharing, like my opinions, because that's what I'm gonna call it. My opinions on, you know, on that subject.
I want to sit down and just like hear you talk, man.
I mean, I would. That's why we're here, though. Yeah. You know, that's why we're here. I'm open to that. Like, I think I wrote this on my Instagram the other day. It's like one of the things that I like about my podcast is being able to get out all of these thoughts and things that I've always thought to myself. It's like it got to a point where it's like I just wanted to get them out, and I used to write a lot, and I would put them on paper, and then I just stopped writing because of time.
And then go to the studio.
Yeah, you know, just hit one, you know. No, and then I was like, well, I mean, I'd love to share my experiences with other people. Yeah. It can be on a bigger platform. It could be directly like this, you know. Yeah. And I love these conversations, man, because the infinite that we're experiencing right now, it's like you could never stop thinking or experiencing things. Like I truly believe that this is infinite. There has to be a certain blackout point. I don't think the blackout is the infinite, because there was something before.
Like the second coming, you mean?
No. Like, well, I mean, similar, but like I'm trying to say is like I don't think when we black out, I don't think it's infinite. If we do black out.
Oh, that's what I'm like. So then you're split down the middle of reincarnation and a heaven and hell, like eternal life.
No, I'm not split.
So, do you believe in reincarnation, or like salvation with like heaven, or like
that's where I like to lean towards. I like to say that because I've experienced a certain experience that has convinced me that that's it. Yeah, no, and that's again my truth, and that, you know, when I speak it, I'm not lying about it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I have experienced miracles, man. Like, so I know there is a God, but like I said, the sinner in me wants to believe that
you're wrong.
Out. Yeah.
The sinner in you wants to believe the sinner in you is like, I hope there's not a God.
Oh no. Holy shit.
I'm thinking out loud with you.
Yeah. You know? No. I know I believe there's a heaven and hell. I believe there is a God. But I'm a God fearing man.
Uh-huh.
That, you know.
Of course.
I want to ask you, man, have you ever experienced death?
Experienced death?
Experienced death in the way
Not physically.
Of
course. Although some people have and come back. But I have never done that.
You believe in that? That somebody has actually died, seen what happened, and then comes back?
I do believe that. I do believe that people have had those experiences where they pass on, and for whatever time frame they experienced it, come back and share it. Yes, it's too coincidental. I know that all the stories that are out there are very similar,
For real.
Especially with the different ages of
what
people.
They say. Just like a brief summary.
They see someone who represents God.
They see.
Yeah, like they see.
Doesn't the Bible, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't the Bible say you can't see God and then like come back? Like nobody has ever seen God, like unless if you're actually already in heaven. So like if you go and see God, like you can't say, oh yeah, you can't draw him out. You know, like let's say like the best drawer in human history dies, sees God, comes back, draws him out.
I can't.
I don't think that.
I think
that
essentially what the scripture you're talking about is about a man physically being able to see God and live, right? So it's like if people, I don't know, have experienced death, ended up in a situation in heaven where they might be able to see God's face and come back maybe for a bigger purpose through God. It's possible that.
What I meant with my question was like, have you ever experienced a relative, a super close friend die and like live through that hardship? Because I have not. I commend and like bow down to the people that have experienced, for example, like a parent's death and still fight.
Function.
And yeah. I don't know.
Same.
I don't know.
I have never, and now that no one's ever asked me that, but I haven't, and I do, and I am scared of the day.
I'm fucking frightened, bro.
Yeah, and I've seen people go through that. I've seen family members go through that experience.
I don't even think I've even seen family.
And I can't, like, I watch other people's pain. Exactly.
Like it's crazy, man.
And I can't.
And I'm the worst person to. What is it? Like. Pat somebody on the back, like hey, everything's gonna be okay.
You're the worst person. You have trouble comforting people.
Comforting, I can't comfort. I'm like, damn, you know. I'm like, eesh. So don't come to me.
You know, it's actually pretty common. A lot of people have trouble doing that.
But I'm a really good listener. I can sit down and listen.
Yeah.
You know.
That's why you get with the ladies, though, huh?
Nah, dude. I get 0.
You're a good listener.
Nah.
Ladies like guys who listen.
Oh, yeah, I know. But I get 0 luck, man. 0 luck.
He's lying.
Nah, stop.
I'm joking around. No, I know that, you're essentially people who listen, or, people who actually take the time to listen, they're good guys. Like, they're good people. Because whether a lot of people believe it or not, you know what I mean? Whether a lot of people believe it or not, it does take energy to listen.
Oh, yeah.
It does take time to listen. And a lot of people would rather use their energy and time for something else. So I think that at the bare minimum, if you're someone who's willing to listen for however long it takes for the other person to feel better, I think that in its own makes you a good person, Because, like, you could be using your time and energy for something else, but you chose to use it for someone else's benefit. And that makes you a good person, Lucy, you're a good person.
Appreciate it, man. I got one last thing.
All right, let's go. One last thing, because, hey, we are 142 and Angel. If you're listening to this, man, I'm sorry we passed your podcast episode, which is fine. I love it. Yeah. We might get into the 3 hours. It don't matter to me. We're here. This podcast is growing. Hey, guys, if you made it this far, honestly, like, ridiculous shout out to everybody who has gotten to this far. I haven't seen Lucio in 4 years. We've hardly been able to talk because of text, whatever. Yeah. But Lucio is one of the most interesting people. You act a certain way, Lucio, but that's not what you got going on right here, man. I've already figured you out. Not everybody has, man. All right, what do you want to ask me?
Do you know the Bible? Like, I'm not trying to get like really.
No, I
Deep.
know you wouldn't have to get too deep, but I used to read scripture every day, and
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But one fascinating story, man, that I love is the one where the lady turns into salt,
Lady turns into salt.
into a salt statue.
Okay.
So the story goes that there was this city, this mega city, man,
Uh-huh.
and the city was just fucking just sinning, man, 24/7, 365, bro. And God didn't like that. Long story short, man, he brings down, burns down that city, and he tells the leader of the family that like they were gonna run away. He tells them, don't tell your wife or don't tell anybody to look back.
Mm-hmm.
The lady looks back and
So,
turns it into the salt.
yeah.
Um, and I think I correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. After that, I think like the Great Flood comes. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I'm not really into like knowing the Bible script by script and like all the fucking like facts. I need to. I would love to, but I just haven't. And do you think something like that would ever happen again? Knowing like the cities that are going on right now.
I mean,
with the sinning.
that's always the biggest thing, right? It's like when we read scripture, and I can speak from two different places, from the believer, and I can speak as a non-believer. And what I mean by that is like, why if we read about the things that have happened in scripture in the Bible, and like the experiences that people had with angels, with God, with the cities burning, with the floods, like that, why in our lifetime hasn't there been any experience like that, right? That's been publicly known. Does that make sense? It's like, when was the last time you heard anything happen in real life that, there was a scripture about in the Bible in the past? So your question to me is like, do I think that something like that can happen?
I I think like an actual because there are like scriptures in the Bible saying that like the end of times is coming when like people are doing like ungodly things like
my question to that is like, I feel like we've always been doing ungodly things.
But like we're going to an extreme level already, like for example, like I'm all about just supporting anybody and you are who you are. I am who I am. But like for example, like doing I don't even know if this would be like politically correct to even say. But I'm gonna say like the trannies, like going from a male to female and female to male.
Vice versa, yeah.
Like that, like they explain that in the Bible, and like towards the end of the book, wherein like the end of times are coming, and I believe we're living in it, dude.
Okay.
Hard.
So, do you think that the end of times is in your generation, in your lifetime? Sorry.
You know who Taj Pano is?
Who? Taj Pano, yeah.
Daniel Taj.
Yeah.
He made a pretty good point, man, in one of his stand-ups. He said he would like to see it, just to see it. I feel it would, I mean, it's not going to matter because nobody's going to even jot it down, But I think I would like to see it. I would like to. But if you do see it, that means you weren't in the rapture.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to see it. I mean, if like there's like a view I can see, that'd be cool. Yeah. But to me, see it and experience, nah.
Yeah.
It'd be a hard way to go, bro.
All that has always been like, those are all like thoughts that can consume you. I mean, especially when you get that deep into Revelations and the end of the book. And man. It's like, it's hard. It's hard. It's either like I said, it's hard not to cross that like boundary, like rabbit hole. Essentially, it's so easy to just fall right into it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's endless. It really is
Well,
endless.
I was hearing Bible stories on YouTube. Well,
Those will get you.
Well,
Those will get you, man.
well, I was I was cleaning my room. That same story, man, with the village burning.
And I think it's Sodom and Gomorrah, the cities that you're talking about.
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Damn, man, you're more, you know.
I might be completely wrong.
No, it sounds familiar.
Okay.
Or maybe like it's just another story that I heard. But one of those, another story, man. I think it was that one. His two daughters lay with the father, and the two daughters get their father drunk to have sex with them to like get offsprings. I don't know how you feel about that.
I mean, what do you mean feel about it? Like,
would you do that?
what?
This is raw uncensored shit.
No, man. Of course, those seem to be depictions of extreme situations. It's like, then like, you know who Jordan Peterson is?
Wait, hold up. We're not gonna go around my question.
Oh, your question is, what is your question? How do I feel about it?
Like, what would you do?
About what?
Would you?
I feel like you don't even know what you're gonna ask me right now.
I do.
Okay.
Would you get drunk with your daughter?
No. Isn't that why the city burned down, or what is it?
No.
Of course not.
The two cities burned. The two cities burned down because of all the sinning. There was fucking like prostitution and gambling.
Okay, how do I feel about it? No, I would not. Okay. Have you considered that?
No. I was
figured
freaking
that
out. I was freaking out when I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. No, man.
Also, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There you go.
All right. One thing that I know for sure is that the level of craziness in this world is endless. Like, what we think is crazy, there's times 10 things going on in this world, right? So it's like that essential question where you just had a story, like that's mind-blowing to us. There's things that are going on way worse than that. It's like that's what we live in, essentially a bubble of our own experience that we've had so far. Whatever we haven't touched or know about, like that's doesn't mean they're not happening. There's things out there that are worse, and there's things out there that are better, right? But
like we got first world problems.
Yeah, we got first world problems. I mean,
which is not bad, man. Not bad. I take these first world problems.
Yeah, for sure. And what I'm also trying to say is like just because you haven't experienced something or heard about it or know about it doesn't mean they're not happening, right? You just haven't gotten there yet.
What do you mean?
Well, whenever you ask me that question, it's like it should be obvious that I wouldn't, and we think it's crazy, but what's even crazier, there's things that are going on that are crazier than that. Like there's levels, there's real levels that I have heard like stories about, or like stories about like on YouTube or articles. And
amuse me.
No, I can't. You know, like it gets to a point where it's ridiculous. Like, but the one thing is for sure though. Like it's hard to just look at. It's just hard to be like. What's the judge paddle thing? The guy.
The fucking.
Whatever. It's hard to
hammer.
It's hard to like boom, you're wrong.
Oh yeah.
Boom, you're evil. It's like.
I mean, Judge Judy does it all the time.
Yeah, but it's like, and I mean in the sense of how people are living their life. You know, it's like we're doing our own thing, man. Yeah. You know, we got 100 years tops.
100 years for what?
To live.
Fuck no.
You going longer?
No, bro. No.
Oh, I'm just saying, as tops. Tops is like. I literally just watched a video yesterday of a monk that was 109 years old.
I would. I've lived probably a third of my life already, bro.
Lucio, one of the most interesting conversations I've had in a very long time. Hearing about you in Japan makes me want to go to Japan, and I truly have I mentally have put it on my bucket list now. As you're speaking, I was like, I gotta go to Japan, even if it's for vacation. Obviously, I love conversations that have to do with, you know, the thought about the infinite or the thought about, you know, what happens next and deep thoughts like that. I could go on forever. And so we'll have to have you back on for another episode like that. For those of you who are deep thinkers, you know, might enjoy an episode like that. And I think you guys would. But we'll wrap it up there. But before we go, Lucio, what else you got for me?
I just want to say, man, appreciate you having me. Happy we made this, and I would want to make a podcast with me, you, and Funcia in the future. Shout out to Funcia. If you need anything hauled in the Laredo area, hit him up. We can leave his number in the comments if you want.
Yeah, we can.
And hope to be back soon, man.
Good. And I mean, what I do for most of my guests are that I just essentially put their IG handles in the screen. I mean, obviously that's not something that might be like important to you, but I do it just so they can kind of tune in, maybe kind of just check your pictures. Oh, that's Lucio type of thing. You know, put a face to it. Because some people, all this is on YouTube. Some people just listen to it. They don't actually watch it. Okay. So, you know, giving them your Instagram kind of gives them the opportunity to put a face to voice. So
For sure.
Yeah, man, appreciate you coming on. I know it's been 4 years coming. I thought, you know, whenever you come back, we gotta get an episode, and we did. We made it happen, right? So when you want things to happen, guys, be patient, but make it happen. Episode 21, guys, of the A7E podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Share it. This was one of those conversations that was just a conversation. In the pause, Lucio was like, you know, I see it as like, you know, us just catching up, and that's exactly what it was, right? Just catching up and sharing thoughts, and having you guys listen. You guys have no idea how grateful I am for you guys to listen to the episode and the podcast overall. The support that I've gotten in the past 20 episodes has been truly amazing. To some, it may not be much, but to me, it's everything. So I really appreciate that. So guys, until next time, peace.